If you've ever felt like you didn't have the right circumstances or connections to go after what you actually want, this episode is for you. In this episode, I sit down with Sid Payne, 26-year-old who went from nothing to closing luxury real estate deals to traveling to Paris and the Canary Islands solo, and telling me stories about a racist coach that I genuinely could not believe. You're gonna get hustle, real talk, and stories that'll make you wanna go get it. Let's go. Pro footage here. Oh snap. It's official.
Some technical difficulties here.
We're both trying to figure out our little machines.
Alright. I think it would be best like when you want to talk, you put the mic up to your face, and then you just pass it to me when you ask me a question. I go off, and then we'll just go back and forth on it.
I mean, I checked with my guy. I checked with my guy, and he was like, "You can just leave it in the middle between both of you."
I think that would be best practice.
That's like interviewing.
It's a podcast. I mean, we only have one mic, so we might as well make it work.
Oh, we can switch. All right, we got it.
All right.
Let's move this coffee cup. Move this. All right. All right, well. We're going. We are good to go. This is
We're live.
the podcast doesn't even have a name.
The podcast with no name
It
yet?
doesn't even have a name yet.
You call it Gianni's Player Cast.
No, you don't understand how excited I've been to like do this. I think because I've always loved podcasts, but I finally, you know what?
You should hold it.
You think so?
You should.
Yeah, because I'm
Because
probably
it's
talk
a
a little bit
low
low.
vocal tone, so we don't want to do the interview and it's like, oh, the audio is
It's
horrible,
shit,
and then
yeah.
we have to do it again. Just like that.
Okay. Well,
No, just hold it. Just
You
hold it.
think
And then
so?
we'll just pass it back and forth. I've seen people do it like that.
okay. Just the whole entire podcast
Just the whole
like
entire
this.
yeah, switch it off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But no, I think the idea pretty much started like when I got back from Europe, and during my time in Europe, I was like, the times I found the most traction in life is when I capitalize on my strengths.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love to talk to people. I'm not
Right.
saying like I'm a professional talker,
Right.
but here we are in
Here
the
we are.
reflection.
Yes. We're
It's-
doing it at Reflections.
It's been a story for both of us.
It's been a long journey, man. I mean, for the amount of growth that we've both kind of gone through at this building since it was built back in September of 2024, I would say like a lot of money has been made, a lot of relationships have been grown in different areas. You know, not just me doing the real estate thing, but you meeting new people and getting referrals and just knowing the power of, you know, people just knowing your name and, you know, growing it from there. So it's definitely been an experience, and
Who's been your favorite person here that you've met out of the entire
Who's been
time?
what?
Your favorite person?
My favorite person.
Yeah.
I would say the Reflections sales team
Yeah.
is probably like my favorite group of people. Obviously, like I have like
You got your
certain
peeps. Yeah.
favorite people, just them, you know,
Yeah.
showing
Showing love.
showing love.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Reflections sales team. Shout out those girls. Those girls are definitely
Shout out.
doing their thing and have always been a point of contact for me. Anytime I have questions, they're instantly on it, and they give me the answer and more.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a blessing. Yeah, shout out Rachel, shout out Amber, shout out Michelle, shout out the Whitner group.
They've been cool after you changed spots and everything.
Yeah, and shout out Keller Williams and the whole St. Pete office. You know, definitely huge influence on me,
Yeah.
and it kind of just, you know, just open arms from the beginning. You know, and they didn't know me or my story or anything like that, so you know how it kind of like gracefully, you know, turned into something that's real is cool to reflect on. Yeah.
Look at you putting the reflect on it.
Yeah. See, look at that. We're reflecting on reflections right now. You feel me?
Official.
We're doing that.
Dude. No.
Yeah.
So after you changed spots, like what have you been mainly focused on? Where's your chips of time been?
What do you mean,
placed?
like change spots?
Like after you changed from the reflection.
Right.
Yeah. Like what have you been spending your time focusing on?
I mean, I've been full-time real estate right now.
100%.
100% all in real estate. I mean, it's kind of always been my bread and butter because my family's kind of always done rental properties and vacation homes. Yeah. So I was kind of like a property management, but not actually with that title. You know, I was a young buck, just, you know, trying to get some cash for the weekend so I can go hang out with my friends and, you know, do X, Y, and Z. And, there's been many times where it's like, am I really doing the right thing? You know, should I have just stayed at that front desk job and, you know, just got my hourly and just call it a day, you know? Or should I take the leap of faith and really invest into something that I could see myself doing long term? So it was definitely kind of, you know, preempt in a way. It wasn't really exactly how I wanted to leave Reflections, but in hindsight, it definitely worked out for the better. Yeah. So it's definitely been a journey, and I think definitely it's like a chapter that was closed. But I'm still here, you know. We're still here doing our thing.
Literally right now.
And I've definitely made enough connections with people from the 7 months that I was here at the building to turn those into, you know, capitalize on the friendship. Yeah. And, you know, like this week I just rented a condo in this building for X amount of money. I can't disclose that, but definitely, you know, the paperwork's going to be finalized by the end of the week, and that was all from just knowing people and just putting myself out there, saying I got my real estate license, and kind of constantly following up with people. And when you do that, they can see like, oh, he's a go-getter, like, you know, they don't need to know the full story. Oh, like, yeah, this was my first time doing this. But at the same time, it's like, you know, Sid's going to put his best foot forward.
It's all about how you frame it.
Yeah, it's all about how you frame it, you know. Definitely for the young people out there that want to take that leap of faith, just put as much effort as you can before you really jump off that plane, because the way down is definitely going to be tough. But, you know, all the work you put back in the past is going to show what you have today.
Yeah, it's weird when you get results.
Yeah.
And you don't recognize or don't bring your awareness back to how much time before has been put into this.
Right.
Because then when you get the result, you're so used to no results for such a long amount of time.
Right.
And when you get one, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't really get surprised too often.
You feel like you put in the work and you deserve it.
I feel like I put in the work, and it's like, even when I finally get that thing that I've been wanting, it doesn't really feel as good as you thought it would be, honestly.
In what way?
I mean, you can apply that to many things. You could apply that to relationships, like superficial things, like let's say you finally get a new motorcycle, or you know, finally got something that you've been dying to get, and here you are driving in it, or here you are finally, you know, going out with a date with this girl that you've been dying to talk to, and it's like you're in the moment, and it's like, damn, like I don't know, maybe that's like a personal thing where I'm just like, I enjoy the chase more than actually like
the get.
Yeah, actually getting the kill. Yeah. So
I agree.
Yeah, it's all in It's all in how you take the perspective of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of the day, I'm blessed. Like, I'm not complaining about it, but at the same time, it's like you work through certain chapters of your life, and you're like, oh, when I finally get there, I'm gonna feel accomplished. And it's never what you think it is. Literally never.
Mm.
So,
What's the goal right now for this career that you're taking up with real estate?
I mean, the goal right now is definitely to be like a multifaceted real estate agent to where I can like completely control the interaction, the contract work, the people skills, just like a whole book of business like up here. I can control the whole thing, and you don't have to talk to anyone else but me. That would be perfect. Hence, perfect example of that is Rachel from the sales team. She's the most multifaceted person in real estate that I know personally. Like, she can take you out and have a good time at dinner, and you don't even know this person, but by the end of that dinner, you're gonna be best friends with her. So that's a skill in itself.
Yeah.
And then being able to like control the situation to where it fits best to your client.
Mm-hmm.
She could, configure it out and, kind of figure out exactly how the person kind of fits their criteria and fits their liking.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the way to like things like finances and, different loans that you can apply for. And, just like being a point of contact to the point where it's like, you don't really have to fact check what this person is telling you because you trust in them so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just such a luxury experience. Just like our Reflections, like we try to give this a luxurious experience, and we're 18 floors up, perfectly kind of away from the city.
St. Pete skyline.
St. Pete skyline, the Skyway Bridge, beautiful pool and hot tub, like
Everything.
The amenities here is just undeniable, like, and that's how I sold those people on the condo. Of course, with Rachel's help too. It's just been I kind of forgot where I was going with that.
We were talking about like goals.
Goals, yeah. So definitely, I thought of a cool name. I thought Mr. High Rise would be a cool name for me to have.
Wait, as your like official nickname?
I don't know about official nickname. Maybe like an Instagram handle.
I think the way to go is having like multiple nicknames, and it's like, do you know Mr. High Rise? And you're like, no, you mean like Sid the Kid? No. Like, I mean like the official gangster.
Yeah. That would be cool. I mean, I just want to be the guy who's like the go-to person for some kind of like luxury condo. Yeah. Because I just want to stay in this price point and not go down. Like, there's certain points in your life where you're like, I'm here and I do not want to go back where I was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That could be in your relationships. That could be in your living space. That could be, like, let's say like you meet someone and you're friends with them, but then you meet someone better and it's like, I'm definitely not going back to that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just like, I want to be that person where it's like, I want a luxury space, so I'm going to go to Mr. High Rise. I'm going to go to Sid Payne, and he's going to be my guy, and it's going to be all taken care of. And, and the money, bro, the money is there. The money is there in condos. I'm going to tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Did you start with condos, or did you? Because I remember when we first met, you told me, you got your real estate license, but I wasn't aware of like how far you were along into it. But did you start just with condos, or was there a preempt before?
The preempt was definitely before I even started studying for the test. It was more of like I was saying, property management.
Influence from your dad.
Yeah, influence from my parents, and they have like 2 or 3 vacation homes and then 3 other rental homes. And then my family also helps with like other real estate entrepreneurs that have their own set of, 5, 6 rental houses. And, my dad has a lot of experience in the space, so he kind of just gives them advice and is a point of contact when it comes to contractors and all of those, things that entrepreneurs just need. Not everyone wants to deal with their tenants, their toilet clogging up. You know what I'm saying? There's another person to send that job to.
Yeah.
Because, they're busy doing other stuff. But when your business is small, it's like, yeah, I can help you with that, no problem. So I am thinking about getting my CAM license.
What's that?
It's more of like you're legally allowed to do property management in a way. So it's just a thing that I definitely want to put under my belt and to complement my real estate license.
And this is the space, like, you've been in it for...
I got my license back in November of 2024, actually on my mom's birthday, November 18th.
That's good.
So...
And what do we think it's like, if you had to look into the future and see Mr. High Rise doing everything in all his glory, how far do you think you're going to trot down this path?
Until I plateau.
You think there's a plateau?
There's definitely a plateau. I've definitely seen a number of real estate people, like, they get so big as a single agent and maybe they join a team and then the next step would be to start your own
company?
Yeah, your own company, your own practice.
Interesting.
And have like other agents under you. But to be honest, it doesn't really look like they're having much fun.
What, the owners?
Yeah.
Owners of the company.
The owners of the brokerage, like their own brokerage. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of think I would get to a point where it's like I sold enough real estate to kind of like be able to take care of myself. And then, stock investments, definitely I want to kind of specialize in. For me personally, not to give advice, but like kind of to like put my money in portfolios that kind of like generate revenue to the point where it's like, oh, I could do what I need to do in my day-to-day because I know I have that money coming. On top of, I definitely want to have some like rentals. The vacation Airbnb space is kind of like oversaturated right now.
In St. Pete?
Just really across America, to be honest. Everyone likes that idea. Back when my parents started, that was like 2015. 2016, definitely before I graduated high school. It's just an idea that was just like, it was really, really hot. Everyone wanted to do it, and now it's like, it's not. There's too many. Yeah. There's too many to choose from. Unless you have something that's like super, super cool about the house, is super unique. Yeah. You're probably not gonna get anything crazy. So I would rather, and the rentals, I'm thinking, it doesn't have to be like a regular on-the-ground home. It could be like in one of these high-rise spaces. It's just you have to have the money to buy it first and then turn it into a rental. So it's like, I don't know. Like some of these rentals in the building are going for like $6,500, $7,500, $8,500. Yeah. I've seen some that's $10,000 a month. So it's like, these people are definitely out there, and they're there.
They got their dough.
Yeah. So it's like, that's where I see myself going, kind of in that space. I love real estate, and I love the people in it, but I definitely kind of see myself kind of segueing away from real estate. Into a different area, but still being, Mr. High Rise. Hey. And still doing that, when need be, but, yeah. Being an agent forever, I don't think is in the cards. Maybe it is, maybe not. I don't know. I've seen people kind of like get all they can get out of the real estate career and, achieve all the superficial things. Like, let's say you worked your ass off to get a Porsche. You finally got the Porsche. Yeah. Now what? So it's kind of like, I've run into a lot of people where it's like, now what?
I guess the question is, what does success really mean to you,
Yeah, for them, for sure.
If you had to think.
You gotta put the mic up.
You think they can't hear me?
Yeah. I would definitely talk.
People.
Tell Gianni he needs to get better podcasts.
This is the first podcast.
I know it's the first podcast, but it's like, dude, no tripod. I'm running with the GoPro here. Like, man, it's coming. It's coming.
Step by step.
What's today? Today's Tuesday, June 17th, bro.
It's the
June
first.
17th, 2025.
Remember.
Maybe next year we'll have the podcast.
We'll have a tripod.
We'll at least have a tripod. That would be fun.
All right, so if I had to ask you, what does success mean to you specifically? Is it a feeling? Is it a certain specific measure of material items? Like for me, I have a clear, how do I say? Money-wise, because we all need resources. I think to try to keep money out of the equation of success is completely unrealistic. I think it's like not the most, but it's a big mover.
Big factor,
yeah. For me, I have a specific number that I'm working towards.
Right.
But what would you say success for you means?
I mean, definitely success for me. I get a lot of good feelings when I'm able to take care of people and help people out. Maybe more than just the financial duties. Maybe just like a simple, remembering it's their birthday. Little things like that. Little things definitely do matter, especially when you're starting from a place where like nobody really knows you, but you remembered their birthday. So it's like, damn, like I didn't know, like you cared, So yeah, success for me would definitely be like being able to take care of like my nieces and nephews, put them through like private school. Success for me, it's crazy because like I was telling you, like I've seen people achieve all their superficial type of achievements, and at the end of the day, they still were not happy.
Is happiness, do you think, the main driving factor? Because for me, I'm at a point where it's like I'm a naturally happy guy, but to achieve success in a certain space, I can accept that the process towards that goal, I may not be happy with it.
Right.
But is happiness the biggest, I would say, biggest priority in my life? To me, there was a point where I was like, it's not. Progress is. That's for me.
I mean, I feel like as a man, there's definitely times where you have to put your happiness aside. You got to put your happiness aside and definitely just put your head down and work, dude. Like that's really all that matters. You got to get after it because no one's coming to save you. Even the kids that are like super super rich, I've seen them like super depressed because they can go outside and buy anything they want. Yeah. They don't have to work for anything. Yeah. So like, it has its pros and cons of, what happiness really is. I feel like for those kids in those positions, they have to figure out something that fills their heart in a way where it's like, this means more than me being able to buy anything I want. So, obviously we're not in that situation where, we're not there yet. I mean, maybe next generation, if my son or daughter's watching this, your daddy worked very hard to get where you are right now. And then put you through that private school and pick you up in that Cayenne, you feel me? But, success for me just looks like just caring for people that I love, honestly. Having the resources to being able to take care of the people that I love to the fullest extent. Yeah. Like, for example, my dad wants to go to some country in Africa. I forget what country it is, but he went there when he was in college. My dad's 75 right now. 75? Yeah. I mean, my mom, she's like, I think she's like 67, 68.
Still living together?
still living together. They're still together.
Wow.
You know, it's a happy relationship, but you know, at the same time, it's like they work their ass off to put me in the position that I'm in now. So I would definitely feel guilty if I didn't reimburse them for their gracious efforts. So being able to take care of my mom, you know, she's born and raised in El Salvador. My dad's born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
You Hispanic?
Yeah, I'm Hispanic.
What the?
Yeah,
What's that
50% Hispanic and 50% black, so I'm a mixed baby. I'm still working on my Spanish. I'm still working. Yeah, still working on my Spanish. Yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, he wants to go to Africa. So if I could like somehow like make that happen for him, like an all-inclusive type deal, and like meet him over there, that would be super cool. And then for my mom, like for some reason I had this really cool idea of like having like El Salvador has a big surf scene there. So I want to buy land somewhere along the beach and build like an Airbnb, like a really, really cool house. And I've seen this idea play out before from this other Instagram that I found. And literally you look at their calendar, booked out for like the rest of the year.
Really?
So it's like, obviously this idea works. It's just you have to fucking put the resources in it.
Do they have an Instagram for the rental property?
Yeah, they have an Instagram for it. Yeah.
Oh, and then so that's how they market.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah. I mean, that's what happiness looks for me. You know.
That's what it is for you.
Of course, I would love to have, you know, a nice GT3 RS.
Oh yes.
And
Wait, hold up. You're talking about the all-wheel drive? The
Porsche.
No.
Porsche
Oh,
GT3
okay.
RS,
I'm thinking
yeah.
GTR.
Yeah.
I'm not a big car.
Oh no. The GTR would be cool.
I'm
GTR would
thinking
be
the
cool.
GTR.
No, GT3 RS, Porsche.
That's the dream
Porsche.
car.
Yeah, that's the dream car. I mean, a car that would work in between working up to that one would be another Honda S2000. My pops, he has a Honda S2000, red Honda S2000. So if I could somehow make it before he gets too old jumping in and out of his car and actually have two Honda S2000s roll down the road together, that would be like, all right, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping I can do that before I turn 30. I'm 26 right now.
You're 26 right now.
Yeah, 26 right now.
Wow. Well, you're
So-
getting after it.
I'm trying to, man. You know, first rental property. I got a listing out in Tampa right now. So it's definitely gonna be a lot of work. You don't know how much work it really takes to get something until you're actually in it. You know what I'm saying? To achieve that certain number.
For the real estate, I have no idea. Like to me, complete layman. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand really anything about it. Like I just have never been in the process. Haven't had a lot of people that I knew.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like how like people get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like finally get $100,000. You know what I'm saying? It takes forever when you're selling $350 homes or you know even double that $650 homes.
Where in the game right now are you feeling the most friction?
Feeling the most friction in real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my first year, so definitely just flying the clientele that's ready to work, and you know, just get the ball rolling with people that are actually like trusting me as their agent. Even the property management side, like I have to find people that need services. So
you're a real estate agent.
yeah, real estate agent.
What does that specifically mean? Like it means, because I don't know.
Mhm.
It's just like you're more of the point man, which is you have somebody or a buyer
Right.
who's, let's say, interested in wanting to get a property,
Right.
and correct me if I'm wrong, and then that buyer goes to a person that has more information than them, which is you,
Right. I'm like the middleman between buyer and seller.
and then you connect them.
I connect them and basically coordinate all the paperwork and all the little things, like what's conveying over, like what is going from seller to buyer. You know, does that include all the pool equipment and stuff like that?
Okay.
Does that include the TV?
Yeah.
does that include X, Y, and Z? So definitely I'm still in practice for it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you're just the middleman.
Yeah.
And it's funny because in life, I've been the middleman a lot of different ways, anything from, you know, being in between the popular kids and the nerds. The popular kids would maybe need a point of contact to go talk to the nerds. You know what I'm saying? So they would find that person that can jump from group to group.
It's the hot rods.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just my, what's it called, like astrological sign or whatever.
What are you?
I'm a Libra. So my Libra scales are like a balance. It's like those two balance scales. So I'm kind of like balancing in between people's personalities and people's, alter egos and all those little things. So I'm kind of like the person that I get a lot of pleasure through connecting people, honestly. Like when I have a friend group and I want them to meet another friend group, it's like I get a lot of like good feeling when I can have two people meet that I actually, I'm actually cool with. And I'm like, damn, I get to just observe and see what they talk about, like, I have like a finance bro friend. His name's Austin. He does like private equity. And then I have a lawyer friend who's studying at Stetson. He's a pre-law right now. He's studying. So just watching them two talk was like a cool conversation, It's nothing like too advanced, man, like
The real estate game. Or
the
real estate agent.
real estate agent, yeah, honestly. Like there's a lot of times, even just working at this building, like haven't you noticed like most of these people are pretty simple. Like there's nothing, they're not like a whole bunch of Elon Musk or Steve Jobs in this building,
What do you think separates? I think because being around people who are usually above average in the terms of success and income wise, what do you think maybe from hanging around these people? Have you seen any like distinctions? For me, I think it's just simple. I think the upbringing definitely instilled consistency and discipline as a crucial part. And I think probably good influence maybe come from a little bit of wealth, maybe not. I'm not sure, but what do you think?
Like how?
Like maybe from being around them and then being around people who are not maybe as successful.
Okay.
You see like a distinction in personality traits where it's like, oh, this is a key difference.
Obviously, like, there's definitely, you can't ignore the people that are kind of just born into a situation where it's like they were kind of just good from the start. You know what I'm saying? But then I've met the people that kind of had to like work their way through the mud and just took years and years and years of repetition and finally making it big. Honestly, I think those people have more fun and are luckier than the people that kind of just like, start a little bit higher than most, No shame to any of those people that kind of like, they can't change their situation, if they're a trust fund kid or, I don't know, maybe their father or mother were like super, super successful and they pass away and the money has to go somewhere. Yeah. So, a lot of those people, they're just normal, regular schmegular people. Like they're special, but they're special in the way of their actual intellectual skills and being able to convey knowledge to a group of people to where everyone can understand. So it's like,
Big skill.
it is a big skill.
Your oratical skills.
Yeah, something like that. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, no, at the end of the day, no one is like super, super better than anybody else. It's just who's going to work the hardest. I think that's really what it comes down to. Who's going to be the most consistent person, when it comes to going to the gym when it comes to clocking in at the office. Like that. Man, I've been slacking on the gym. I've been slacking on the gym, man.
Sid, you gotta.
I've been slacking. I've been trying to get my money right, bro.
And
To
it's-
even pay for the gym for the gym membership. feel me?
You gotta be getting after it. Though.
I'm getting after it, but it's like at some point it's like you need to eat. You gotta eat before you go to the gym, before you can put any muscle on.
Yeah,
So I'm like a cool. I wake up like 157 pounds, and then maybe I'll go to
No
sleep.
way. You're
Yeah.
157?
Yeah,
I thought you were
157.
like 180.
No, I mean that's where I want to be. I'm super skinny right now. I'm super skinny.
Dude, me too.
I know. It's mainly because, like, bro, we don't have really a lot of money to be going to Bavaro's every night, you know? Like, if I had a whole bunch of money, you would catch me. If you want a good spot in St. Pete, you go to Bavaro's. For good Italian food, you go to Bavaro's. Bro,
It's good.
you get the ravioli pasta that's soaked in the vodka sauce. Bro, that stuff is off the chain. You know how like you kind of have those things that you wish you could retaste for the first time? That's one of those things.
It's my mother's empanadas.
Yeah, just like any little thing. There's a lot of. I'm a big food connoisseur. Living in Miami for about 3 years, I definitely got a good palette of different cuisines that is like it was so on point. And when you move out of a city like Miami, it's like it's really, 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 really hard to find that again.
To find that diversity in tastes.
We had to find those flavors again,
Yeah.
to find that good quality of food. Bavaro's is probably one of my biggest recommendations for good Italian food in downtown St. Pete. Baba. If you like good Greek Mediterranean food, you go to Baba. You get that steak, and they give you like this it's like butter sauce. It's absolutely phenomenal. Chicken, phenomenal. Super, super healthy. I went there with my girl Jamie with a glass of wine at the bar. Phenomenal. Phenomenal food. I'm so glad we started talking about food because I can honestly talk about food for.
Food's your thing.
Food is definitely my thing, and it's such. And that's how I celebrate. Like how I just leased this rental in this building.
Yeah.
I'm taking out my girl Jamie. We're going out.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go out and we're gonna go have some really, really good food.
Where
Like,
are we thinking?
honestly,
GoPro off.
yeah, GoPro's off, guys.
Camera
Um, probably 4-2. 4-2.
Have you been before?
I've been there before, but I only got like some dessert drink, and it was like a compliment with a dessert. So you get the dessert, and then you ask the waiter for like what's a good dessert wine or some kind of drink to complement this dessert, and they'll give you good suggestions. So it was fire. It was fire. It came out like on that what is it called? Like that frozen ice that kind of like steams off and looks super cool when they present it to you. Yeah, it's definitely top of the line. It's definitely top of the line. But yeah, food.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Favorite. Go to. Eat it every day.
I mean, I'm definitely a big seafood guy. Actually, I grew up like my parents, their type of getaway, like they weren't like an RV family or like a Walt Disney family or anything like that. It was mostly like we would go to our sailboat. It wasn't some kind of like extravagant sailboat. It was just a regular sailboat, captain's quarters with a bed and then a bed all the way in the front. And then, small little bathroom and shower and small little kitchen with a microwave and blah, blah, blah. We would just go to the boat and just spend like a whole weekend anchored out somewhere, maybe go from the marina to Clearwater or go, somewhere cool in St. Pete and, anchor and yeah, yeah. My dad's a big sailboat guy. He's been to the Bahamas like probably about 4 different times. He's been to Cuba, I think maybe twice, like Florida to Cuba. That's definitely a good trek. He's definitely told me many stories of like, him going through storms and, just being Moby Dick out there, basically. Just like manning it down, staying up all night, sailing, water and everything just splashing on your face. No one knows you're out there. Maybe the fucking Coast Guard does, but it's like, you're really out there by yourself with your instruments in the boat, and that's it. Like, my dad doesn't even know how to swim.
What?
He doesn't know how to swim. He seriously doesn't know how to swim.
Is he no, your mother's El Salvadorian.
Yeah, my mother's El Salvadorian.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. My dad wasn't allowed at the public pools back in the 50s. My dad was born in 1950, guys. Like, you talk about Jim Crow and all that stuff. It's not that far away. These people are still alive, and some of them, they do not know how to swim. But his thing is like, he's like, you don't know how to fly, and you get in airplanes. I'm like, but that's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But it's just,
out of airplanes.
yeah, it's a joke that he has, and it's like, I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah. So he's a big sailboat guy. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I grew up kind of at the marina, just like fishing every day off the dock, and so I'm a big seafood guy. I love seafood, and I love, crab legs and grouper and mahi, oysters. I love all that shit, mussels. Yeah, so big seafood guy. If I had to say like a culture, I would probably be like Mediterranean food. Yeah. There's this really good restaurant in North Miami Beach called I just had it. I think it's Alibaba. Yeah, Alibaba. I think that's what it's called. But it's super good. Super good. I used to not eat like salads with tomatoes, and I would just avoid it. And she told me like, you need to eat all of this.
You don't like tomatoes?
Yeah, I don't like tomatoes. I like cucumbers and stuff like that. I try to stay away from tomatoes. I don't know why. I just like the texture. Like I don't do avocados or anything like that.
Oh, hold up.
I can't do avocados. It's like mush, dude. I can't do that. I can't do the mush. I can't do the mush. But yeah, Mediterranean food.
That's your go-to.
It's my go-to stuff. Yeah.
Let me think.
What's Gianni's favorite food?
G's favorite food?
Yeah.
Dude, Mama's empanadas.
Mama's empanadas. But if you were to go out to a restaurant
And I had to pick?
and you could just, let's say like, the bill doesn't matter.
Restaurant, downtown St. Pete?
Yeah. Let's start there.
I'm not a big restaurant guy. I don't go out to restaurants that much. I should. But mainly when I celebrate, it's like get together with family. Man,
Yeah.
let me get ready. Get together, I keep forgetting. Get together with family, grocery shop, make a bunch of food together, have fun, laugh. But if I had to go out to a restaurant, probably downtown St. Pete. I'm just trying to go through my mind places that I've enjoyed. Probably Oakenstone.
Oakenstone?
I love Oakenstone.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Good pizza.
Good pizza.
I'm vegan.
Oh, are you?
So it's
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm vegan. I've been vegan since I was 4 years old.
Damn.
I'll tell you a crazy story.
Yeah.
So you always meet people and they're like, how'd you become vegan? And I'm like, let me tell you. So I'm like 4, I think I was either 4 or 5, and I was going to a Chinese restaurant with my mother. Just gonna go get some food. And as we're going in, we get out of her 2011 Jeep Patriot, just crazy car. And we get out. We're on, I'm not sure what street, but this was in Largo at the time. My family's originally from Columbus, Ohio, actually Dublin, and then came down here when I was a baby, and then grew up in Largo, and then moved to St. Pete.
Right.
So we get out of the car, it's just her and I. Sun's out, beautiful day. As I open up the door and I feel the fresh air of the inside of the restaurant, envelop me, I'm like, ready to go. My mother grabs me and she's like, Gianni. And she's from Argentina. So she has like this super thick accent. She's like, Gianni, I have to tell you something. I was like, what? She's like, after meeting Eddie was her boyfriend at the time, who's now kind of like my stepfather. She's like, I want to show you something. I want to ask you, do you know where your food comes from?
Do you know?
Do
you know?
No. Talks exactly like that. And I'm like, nah, I don't. And I'm a little baby, right? So I'm like this little kid. And she's like, I want to show you. So she pulls out this iPad from her bag, and she's like, watch this. Presses play on the iPad, and I'm 5. I don't know anything. I don't know where food comes from. It's just on the plate. It's there. Press play, and it's this hour-long documentary of the slaughterhouse. Just like animals being murdered. And I'm looking, I'm like, crying. Like,
Not the cow.
no, the cow's head gets chopped off. I'm like, ah! And she's like, that equals that. And that's how I went vegan that day. Showed me how a cow's head getting chopped off, and I was like,
Pretty dramatic entrance to being vegan.
dude, my mother's always been the most dramatic person I know.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, always trying to emphasize something in like a super emotional way.
I mean, she nailed it.
Yeah.
She nailed it. Definitely. I've tried to be vegan, but it's like that's a hard that's a shorter menu for you. You have to be very selective on where you go. Yeah. And honestly, bro, I would probably be 20 pounds lighter. I would probably look like I have like, yeah, I just wouldn't look right. I need that protein. I need that good churrasco. I need that good grouper sandwich or that pulled pork sandwich with that good sauce on it. You feel me? I need that. Yeah.
Well, dude, I should ask you.
Yeah. What's on the notes, Gianni? Tell me.
Okay. For Sid Payne.
Yes.
Okay, dude. So I always think it's fun with friends, because usually when you're with your boys, you never really, maybe after years, kind of get to know like who they are, their upbringing.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be fun.
Okay.
What was your upbringing like when growing up?
Upbringing.
Day one. Out of the womb. You get out of the womb.
I was I grew up on a marina.
Columbus. Not Columbus.
No, in Florida, all in Florida.
But you were born in Ohio.
No. I was born in Tampa.
Oh, you were
Born in Tampa. Born and raised Tampa native. I'm 1,000% sure I was conceived on that sailboat. 1,000%. So what was the?
Your upbringing.
Oh, my upbringing. Yes.
Father, mother, what was it like? Maybe.
I mean, my parents are still together, so it was kind of like a, wholesome type of family upbringing. They had their own kids on both sides, so there was drama definitely there, but everyone kind of gets along. And
Stepsister.
yeah, I have one stepsister. I don't even like using that word though, step. I consider them,
It's your family.
it's my family. Yeah, so I got one sister and 3 brothers. I'm the youngest out of all of them.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so I'm the youngest, so I'm definitely, kind of got, I guess, the best of like the parental guidance. You know what I'm saying? Definitely my pops was like wheeling, dealing back in the day. And, my mom definitely came from like a hard working farmland type of El Salvador. Like, yeah, she like didn't grow up in San Salvador, the capital. She grew up like outside of the city, you know, working on a farm, and she was like telling me crazy stories about her upbringing and how it happened. And back in the day in El Salvador, MS-13 was a huge, violent gang that kind of controlled the country. There's like a whole history that we could go down. Long story short, her family was affected by that gang because her brother, Fidel, not Fidel Castro, Fidel Zavala. Shout out to him. I'm sure I hope he's like looking down at me and is like super proud. He'd probably be a little disappointed that I'm not 100% fluent in Spanish. But anyways, he was actually a successful businessman in El Salvador. In El Salvador, back in like, I don't know, maybe like the early 60s or something like that. But he was murdered by MS-13. Yeah, so that's how I got my middle name.
Your middle name is
Fidel.
Fidel.
Yeah.
So Sydney.
Well, Sidney Fidel Payne. Yeah, it's my full
Payne
name.
comes from your dad.
Yeah, it's my dad's last name. So, yeah, I'm black and Hispanic. Upbringing was definitely, I mean, it was chill. You know, I went to a private school all my life. I didn't go to any kind of like, you know, I mean, I did go to community college for a little while after high school, but like my formal years, like kindergarten and like through middle school and stuff, was all through like a Catholic, Catholic school. But it's not like I'm a devout Catholic or anything like that. You know, like I go out, I go party, and I, have my little things that I do that is not really in the good book.
In the good book.
But I would say my upbringing was nice, man. Like I really have no complaints about it. I mean, there was definitely times where my parents were a little older in age compared to the rest of the parents.
They had you out.
I mean, they had me pretty late. I'm pretty sure I was an accident, dude.
They were on the boat.
Yeah, they were on the boat having a good time, dude. And they didn't.
Pops.
Yeah. So,
Who was the biggest influence
in my family,
on you in your upbringing?
oh, definitely my dad. My dad, 100%. My dad is like definitely one of my best friends. He was born in the 50s, so it's kind of like, he's my father figure, and he kind of like shows his love through tough love, in a way. Yeah, he'll give me, there's definitely times where I'll get in trouble in school and just get destroyed, dude. I come back home with a bad report card. I would act like I like lost the report card, you know what I'm saying? That whole thing. But yeah, I definitely got it handed to me when I didn't really follow how things were supposed to go. But like I said, since I went to a Catholic school and I lived in Tampa until like third grade.
Third grade.
Yeah, third grade, and then
So you're like 7.
yeah, something like that. And my dad's job moved us to Nashville, Tennessee.
Whoa. And what was he doing at the time?
He was a pharmaceutical sales rep for Procter and Gamble.
Sick.
So yeah, he was doing his thing. He was making good money. So the job moved us up north. So I did about 7 years in Nashville.
What was it like in Nashville?
It was cool, man. There are a lot of cool things to do. I was a big skateboarder when I was a kid. Yeah, so you would catch me at the skate park
Me too.
doing all that stuff.
What's up?
What's up? Hence why we need a podcast studio. We got the Rugrats coming through. But yeah, moved to Nashville, stayed there until 7th grade, and then moved back to Tampa. But yeah, Nashville was awesome. I still know kids up there.
Mainly pastime, skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard. I was super athletic. I played every sport imaginable, and I was definitely like the most athletic in the class. So I was like top dog in football and basketball. So I was like quarterback and punt returner too. And then in basketball, I was like point guard, and soccer, I was like midfield and striker. Yeah, because I was kind of just super athletic. You would never really catch me like playing video games. Well, until the Xbox 360 came out, I was mad. Everyone wanted to play COD Zombies, so we were locked in until like 3 in the morning playing COD. But like during the day or after school, you would catch me at like soccer practice, basketball practice, soccer practice. Just destroying kids, bro. I remember there's
The white boys get down.
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, dude. Like, yeah, it's cool to be super athletic and cool to be like the most unique character in the class, but like when you're the only black kid in the class, like you have a lot of eyes on you.
So you were the only. Like, you're
I
one,
mean, there was probably one other black kid.
but that's the discrepancy in Nashville. That's
Yeah, I mean, to go to a private Catholic school, you know what I'm saying? There's not many black Hispanic kids in there. It's mostly like, you know.
Did you have a rough time? Did you have like a dating guy?
No. I mean, it's crazy because when I was in Nashville, I never really experienced any racism. But then when I moved back to Florida, to Tampa, Florida, my 8th grade year, literally I experienced the most racism I ever had to encounter. And it was kind of like a huge wake-up call to like realize where my stance is in society. I think that's when Obama was running for president.
Wow.
So it was a super like, time where like the race stuff was like, so obvious and in people's faces. It was kind of crazy. And then
What was the story with the 8th grade? What happened?
I mean, there were so many things. Luckily, I wasn't the only new kid when I joined that class. Again, it was another Catholic middle school, Christ the King. I got some things to say about Christ the King if we really want to get into it.
Get into it, bro. Let's
Man, there was this girl in that class. She was a huge Republican, and like, I don't know, like we were cool at first, but when she figured out that I was like, every black person was going for Obama. You know what I'm saying? I think the other person was Mitt Romney, like, and I think he was like a Mormon. Shout out to the Mormons. I got mad love for y'all, but when it came to choosing between Barack and Mitt, I'm going for my boy Barack. When she found out that I was like voting for Barack Obama, which I thought maybe was obvious, her whole thing against me changed, and she was kind of like, queen bee of like the girl group because she had like the most personality and she was kind of cute, blah blah blah. But like she turned every single girl in that class like against me. It was just like it was a lot, bro, for like an 8th grader to kind of like. And then you're new to the class, like you just want everyone to like you. So there was that scenario, and then the flag football coach. You know who you are, dude. You know who you are. I could literally drop your last name right now, but I'm not gonna do that because you have a kid who's younger than me, and yeah, we can get into it. But I'll be successful later in life, and see you later at dinner. But yeah, dude, he was mad racist, and everyone in the whole flag. It was flag football. Everyone in the whole flag football team knew that bro was racist.
How racist was he talking?
I mean, it's not like he was like dropping the N-word, but he was like,
Say, get back there.
no, he would send me in at the most like horrible times. Like I was the fastest kid on the team.
What sport?
This is flag football. Yeah, he's the flag football coach. we would literally be losing the game, and it's like everyone in the stands knows that Sid is the fastest kid on the team. Why aren't you using him?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, he just had this weird thing. And then my dad started to pick up the energy that was being put down. And one time before practice started, he wanted to like approach the coach in person. This man put his tail between his legs and jumped fences to get away from my dad, from the confrontation of like, seeing my dad face to face. Left. He literally, yes. Like, I think my dad was telling me like, like the place that we would practice at, it's like a football field, but there's like baseball fields surrounding it and other little things. So he was telling me like, yeah, like I was approaching him, he saw me, and then he kind of like ducked off into this dugout, and then saw that I was coming into the dugout, and then kind of like ducked off, and then jumped the fence to get out of because he was trapped.
No.
And bro jumped the fence, yes, bro. And it was like, dude, this guy.
Your dad big, intimidating?
No, he was the old man at this point. Like my pops is old, but he took care of himself, so he's in shape. Yeah. But I don't think he's like an intimidating guy. It's just like, there's a lot of like weird. It's like if you're gonna be racist, like stand on it then, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like don't pick and choose when you could be racist. You know what I'm saying? Like what, dude? Like you can't do that. Yeah, I mean 8th grade was definitely a trip, bro. It definitely.
Rumors are extremely powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, I never really realized the power of rumors, and especially how when you have one authoritative figure in, like let's say for a girls group, how easy it is to change the beliefs.
To influence other people. Yeah.
You could just, there has to be a basic level of trust, or not even. Like let's say you and I, we have somebody that we both know. Like let's say, I don't want to drop names. Let's say, let's just say somebody in downtown St. Pete that we're familiar with. How easy it would be for me or you to influence me on the way we think about this person.
Yeah.
Immediately,
Yeah,
just
so
if I said something.
Right.
It could be a complete lie.
Yeah.
And there's no fact checking.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're not gonna. Hey, did you actually?
Yeah, exactly.
And your mind is forever changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an experience. I don't know if I should say this. All right, let's say it.
The first pod, man. You gotta learn what you could say and not say.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think I was 17. No, I think I just turned 18. And I'm 19 right now. So I think I just turned 18. No. How old was I? 17 or 18, around that time. And friend group, not the best. I was more of a, I didn't have like a major friend group. I just got done with traveling. Like my mother sent me off to Argentina for 6 months, and then I did another 6 months in Hawaii, and I was backpacking. And when I got back, my friend group kind of was dwindled, so I was trying to rebuild it. And there was this one kid named Rylan who was a friend from the past, and used to be a friend of skating. We used to love to skate. And he's like, hey, I'm going to these parties at these colleges. I have a friend in a college. Do you want to join? And I never had like the party experience. Yeah, so I was like, sure. And I went and go there. We sneak into the college. Eckerd, by the way, if anybody's watching. We go to the back, and there's like this little gate. Jump over the gate, go through the bushes, get inside the college, and there's a party. Get in the party, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been to a party in a very long time. I'm just like sitting there, that one guy in the corner who looks like he's just thinking about everything. And this is when I first started salsa dancing. So there was this one girl, and she's like, hey, can you put on salsa music? And like when I heard that, everything.
I was like, oh, you salsa?
I was like, hold up, wait, what? And I go over to her, and it's this young Colombian girl, beautiful. Her name's Isabella. And if you're watching this, Isabella, the story comes out. And this is like dangerous. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, do you salsa? And I'll be honest, I use my Spanish skills to my advantage when it comes to girls. I've always used it.
As you should.
As you should. It's so much fun. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, salsa. I'm from Colombia. I'm like, well, I just started salsa. And we sit down, we start talking, and just having a good conversation. And, you know, she starts to kind of escalate things, and she's like, so, you know, like, what do you do? And we're kind of just moving along. And I'm like, all right, well, I have my speaker on me. Like, why don't we go somewhere else and go listen to some music? And she was like, yeah. So we go and hanging out. We're meeting people on the way. And she's like, you know what? The music, like, let's skip it. And I was like, well, where do we go? She's like, we can go back to my dorm. And I was like, all right. So we go to her dorm, and then we make love.
Gianni's a dog. He's a dog out here.
And, like, loved it. Beautiful experience, super fun. And I was like, you know, I stayed the night. And then the next day, she was like, you know, let's stay in contact. I was like, yeah, this is fun. And after that, I think I sent her one message, and she just like never responded. And it threw me off because I never had a one-night stand type of experience. All the girls that I've been with before was, you know, was with them, and then there was this time phase of being with them for a while after. And then, oh, look at the sun setting. And then this happened. I'm like, what did I do? First thing, I'm like, what did I do? What was, you know, how did I kind of like push this in a weird way? And I go back, and there's this massive rumor about me being this Argentinian playboy from who knows who spread the rumor. This Argentinian playboy that's going and having sex with everybody or having sex with all the girls in the campus. And I'm trying to refer to like the power of rumors. That this one experience changed the perception of everybody in the college and how they perceive me from one girl.
Every college is small as fuck.
It's very small. But yeah, have you had any stories where you kind of the rumors got out and then boom, boom?
That was really I don't know if she was really even spreading rumors, bro. It's just like South Tampa people being South Tampa people. Like, I don't want to say it out loud, but like kind of yeah. Like, you hang around enough, and you'll definitely feel the vibe. But some people are oblivious to it, you know. So I try not to, you know, let that shit faze me. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. I think the best way for a young black man to get ahead in life is to put your best foot forward and stay as educated as possible and use your words to the point where nobody can manipulate you or put you into some kind of corner or make you feel like you're stupid. Because if you can, I was about to say manipulate them, but that sounds bad. If you could manipulate the aura, or farming aura points here, if you could manipulate like the way people see you, it will work to your advantage tenfold.
I don't think manipulation. I think the word manipulation is so.
There's positive lights to manipulation, you know?
I think we're always manipulating each other.
I think so too.
Like, for example, just in our first interaction, the sequences of things that I say play, if not the biggest role in how you perceive me.
Yeah.
And I think you have to learn how to influence people to perceive you in a certain way. It's a crucial life skill.
Right.
You know? I mean, look, I'm 19.
Yeah, bro, you're a well-rounded person.
Thank you.
And I think that's mostly towards your traveling. Um,
100%.
you
I
know,
agree.
you don't necessarily have to go to college to be a well-rounded, smart person. I mean, definitely still hit the books when need be. Um, definitely read like how to I forget what that
How to win
title.
friends and influence
Yeah,
people.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
That is,
You feel me? Like, yeah, that's a good one. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, you have to. And that's something that I realized while traveling.
yeah.
I mean,
That's what I was reflecting on you and traveling and you
Yeah.
kind of
develop these.
yeah developing these personal people skills that have definitely can see it's like, oh, this kid, it's definitely been around town.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wouldn't be able to necessarily see that in its full perspective if I didn't go disappear to Paris. I went to Paris for like a good 3 weeks, 4 weeks after I graduated college. I had like $6,000 after I graduated college, and I had some model friends. My good friend Dakota.
I'm just remembering when we were talking about you in Paris, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much you were budget spending.
I mean, chat. If this man tells you how much he budgets to go out of the country, you would be like, "This, you're crazy. You're crazy, bro. You're going to fucking the other side of the world with $1,500. Are you insane? You're not gonna make it back home, bro.
That's it, bro. 1,500 last the full.
You're not gonna even have half of the money to buy your one-way ticket back home. Like, when you told me that, I was like, good luck, dude, because you're gonna need it. Anyways, I go to Paris. I got like $6,000 after I buy the ticket. So that was like the longest flight I ever took. I somehow had my passport with me in college, so I just took off without telling my parents. I would suggest if you're a single child, if you're the youngest child in your family, you need to definitely go explore the world and be more influenced by culture other than the United States, because we're pretty small-minded out here, and if you kind of put yourself out there and really be in a space where it's like there's no Americans around you, you can really see like what we're missing here.
Massively.
Um,
Health is a big one. I mean,
Health is a big one. Those food and the way they eat, they're not inside on their phone all fucking day.
no, they're out.
And you see kids at any restaurant, and probably 8 out of 10 times that kid has an iPad in front of his face, and he's like,
Yeah.
or he or she is like not aware of their surroundings at all.
What do you think about that? About the technological boom and this massive addiction that we all have? And I'm not unique from it. I have a phone addiction. I'm on my fucking phone all day.
Yeah.
I try not to.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Funny enough, my class in 8th grade was the first class to ever get iPads instead of textbooks.
Interesting.
So it's definitely like a cool experience to go through and have kids kind of like, from here on out, there are no more heavy backpacks. The whole entire textbook is on your iPad. You're taking notes on an iPad. Like, they're not even teaching cursive anymore in school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like it, but there's certain points where you kind of have to draw the line and be like, okay, we're unplugging ourselves from, not just social media, just looking at a screen. Like, right now, it's a beautiful sunset behind us right now. And it's like, if your child is on their phone looking at TikTok clips, they're not going to be really able to see like how beautiful the world is. I know, it's crazy.
Gorgeous.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can only get this at Reflections Condominiums. Reach out to me if you want to buy a condo.
Contact Sydney.
Contact.
Wait, what's your Instagram handle again?
It's at Sid Payne, and Payne is spelled Pain. Mr.
Pain.
Correct. Yeah, so contact me for that.
The
Um,
best. Let me just tell you guys, best real estate agent
appreciate you, gang. Appreciate.
in. I'm gonna say the goddamn world, but he's
Hey,
starting out in St. Pete.
I appreciate it, bro.
Slimes in
I
it.
appreciate it, bro. Tampa native here. But yeah, dude. Like, I mean, the technology is cool and all, but there's points where it's like, all right, time out. You know, let's unplug, not be distracted, and have real human interactions between minds. You know, yeah. This is yeah, 100%. So yeah, Paris was definitely cool. Go to Paris, 100%.
What did you learn?
I mean, that's another thing. Like when you step outside of the United States, that was my first time in Europe.
First time.
First time in Europe.
First time international or just first time in Europe?
First time in Europe. I've been to like Hawaii. I've been to like Dominican Republic. I've been to like Bahamas and places like that. And I've been to, quite a few places in the States, but not like everywhere. Like I haven't been snowboarding in Colorado yet or anything like that, or seen cool stuff in Arizona or. Yeah. But yeah, first time out of the country, and what I learned from that is like, this has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? Those people have been on that side of the world for a long ass time before before our forefathers even stepped over here. Like they're already doing their thing. So I'm super into the arts. Like I like yeah, I like European Renaissance type paintings. I like trying to remember this specific artist. I really like Rembrandt. Rembrandt and his paintings back from like the 1800s, 1805, like way back in the day, and how he can like, really manipulate his drawings and make it look, real life. Like, and that's one thing, like being able to talk to people in Paris and how English is their second language, but they can still like use a vocabulary and use the way like their adjectives to describe things is so like unique.
The level of intelligence is on average way higher than Americans, in my opinion.
I don't know if they're actually really that much smarter than us.
Like the average European speaks on average 3 languages.
Yeah.
When do you meet an American that can speak more than
Yeah.
one language?
Yeah, it's probably like 4 out of 10 people can speak more than.
Understanding of geography.
Yeah.
Vast understanding of culture.
Right.
Like being in Europe and have all these other countries around them.
Mhm.
In America, we're in this big fucking playground.
Yeah. But everyone kind of stays the same.
Everything's the same. You go to Texas, people aren't that drastically different.
No, they're not. There's just that's like a city culture feel that kind of just feels like its own thing, but really it's like almost the same thing. Yeah, different style. So, yeah, just taking yourself out of, American society and putting yourself somewhere where you have never been before. And even, like I said, like I met my homie Dakota, and he had this other friend named Dorian out there. Shout out the bros. Appreciate y'all. That was legendary trip. And then from there, we jumped to the Canary Islands. Canary Islands, bro. 3rd largest volcano in the world. It's like it's a tourist attraction, bro. It's actually kind of crazy. And I somehow just stumbled upon a friend group that was like, yeah, bro, we're going to Paris and then we're going to go to the Canaries. And you got money? I was like, yeah, let's do it, dude. I only bought a one-way ticket, so I have no, yeah, just good times. If I could replay it again, I don't know if I would rather replay my whole college experience or just replay that whole trip to Paris. Like, that's how.
I'd pick one moment for you to replay. I think you told me, if I remember.
Huh.
That moment where you were going down the mountain, and you meet this group of these girls.
Oh yeah, that was a cool moment.
And you
That
didn't
was a
do
cool moment.
you didn't do anything. That
So
just
we were trying to make it to the top. We were trying to make it to the top of Mount Teed, the third largest volcano in the world. It was still an active volcano when we were climbing it, and it was three of us walking up, and we're getting to the point where like the stairs to get up the mountain are getting like larger and larger. Like this isn't no like regular step now. This is like a kind of like you have to jump up now. And we passed this group of girls, and we're like, I don't know if they're French. Remember, we're in Canary Islands now, so like the Canaries, it's an island of Spain, but like the people that are there are like from Australia, from UK, from anywhere. So we were like, three girls, like what's going on? Like we got three guys, three girls. This is a party. But we run into them, and we're like, so did you guys just get back from the top? At this point, we're already like above the clouds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the sun, like it was insane, dude. I have crazy pictures. Yeah. We run into these girls, and they're like, I don't think you guys have enough time. Like the sun is like about to go down. You literally have to start running now if you wanted to make it to the top and make it back to your car. There is no fucking street lights out there or any kind of lights. It's pitch dark. It's like the desert, but it's like rocks, little pebbles and stuff everywhere. And like if you got stuck out there, you would be, I don't know about dunzo, but you're definitely like, all right, we're sleeping here tonight on some rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like that. Is it cold? It wasn't extremely cold, but I don't think, hence, to keep like the whole story going, I literally only brought a duffel bag, a gym duffel bag, and a backpack.
That's all you know.
I probably had like a week's worth of outfits. Most of the time, like I literally had to do laundry in the middle of my trip just so I could jump to the Canaries. And I think I did laundry again when I was in the Canaries. Real backpack style. Like I've never traveled so light. And when I tell people that, they're like, how? And I'm like, I mean, I was going to the other side of the world. Like, I didn't want to have to carry around huge luggage. Like, fuck that. So, yeah. Oh, so back to the girls' story. They were like, well, you guys don't have enough time. And we were like, no, we're fine. We're going to keep going. And they were like, okay. And so they kept walking down the mountain. We were heading up the mountain. And then as it's starting to get like harder and harder, and I can hear the boys like kind of breathing hard, and I was like, and then I looked back to where like we saw the girls and they were getting really small, and I was like, guys, like we have to call it here. Like we're not gonna make it. Like it's way we got our view. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost making it to the top of Mount Everest. It's like a tease, but it's like, dude, like. The view is almost going to be just about the same. Like, you're not going to see the fucking curve of the earth, but, you made it. You made it pretty damn far. So we walked back. Long story short, we never saw those girls again.
Girls, where you at? What happened?
Hey,
Sid Payne right here.
hey, I miss you, and if we can get that girl group back together and I'll get my guy group back together, we could definitely go out and have some We'll have some good Tenerife red wine and some spicy octopus with some sliced potatoes. That's what they serve out there in the Canaries. Canary Island food, I would suggest eat that stuff because that stuff is like super fresh and super delicious. I did not used to be a wine connoisseur guy, but literally, when I came back from that trip, I was like, I knew my wines pretty well. That's another thing, bro. If you want to impress a girl, know your wines. Know your wines, know your charcuterie, huh?
Is that real deal, though? Like,
what do you mean?
You've actually seen, like, your knowledge of wine have a significant...
I mean, maybe not just for, like, the aspects of, like, getting chicks, but, like, yeah, like... I mean, if you show up to an adult party and you like explain the type of wine that you brought, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." Like it's gonna have more value than just putting a random bottle of wine on the table. It comes with practice. It comes with practice. But definitely like I don't know, bro. I'm at the point in life where it's like you have to start acting your age, and you have to start really finding the path you want to dig down in. So I think real estate, the art world, meeting interesting, cool people that, they don't have to be the same age as you to really become friends, That's one thing you kind of learned.
It's maturity, and I think maturity is
Yeah.
not always dictated by time.
Yeah.
It's dictated by experience.
Right. And, people say like, oh, you're so lucky. No, I was just prepared to be able to talk to this person and show them I know what the fuck I'm talking about, And they're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, he's only 26, but he's talking like a 36-year-old,
It's all about the way you talk.
All about the way you talk, your body language, and the way you dress too, man. I used to dress,
You dress well. I like
man. I used to dress like a skater every day, just holes in my shoes, like
not the way.
You would definitely catch me at the skate park, like looking like a skate rat, 100%. But that was the era. That was the era that I was in, and
We have an expression in Argentina.
yeah.
Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres.
Show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are, type deal.
Tell me who you hang out with, and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah, almost the same thing. Yeah. Almost. Yeah, you got it down, baby.
That's good.
But yeah, I'm trying to work on that Spanish more.
You just gotta get a. Speaking of romance, how's the romance in life right now?
Romance in life is it's great, man. I'm not really trying to rush into anything. I think the last time I was actually in love was definitely like in Miami.
You told me about that.
Yeah, she was definitely. I don't want to say names. But for the people that knew me in Miami, they definitely know who I'm talking about. Yeah, it was kind of like an accidental thing, and it turned into like a real relationship. Like it's the type of person that you bring back home and show off, and it was a cool experience. I have lots and lots of things that I want to say thank you. 100%, bro. Definitely a more well-rounded person. But hey, life works out in mysterious ways. I'm in a city where she's not in. Kind of like we're both heading for the door. By the time I graduated, she graduated before me.
You graduated from FSU?
Florida International University, FIU.
FIU.
Yeah.
That's where my sister's at right now.
So, the love life is great, bro. It's just, trying to find something new, but still like similar to what, your goals and aspirations are and what you see in somebody is,
Personality or
yeah.
personality is crucial now.
Yeah.
That's I think a big shift is that I think we all need to go through, or that most guys I think can happen at an early age.
Your heart broken, bro. Every now and then I feel like as a man you need that. You need some kind of like experience where it's like, wow, I had something really, 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 really nice and I didn't even know it, at the time. But
Yeah, I've never had that experience of like heart broke. I think maybe it's just a difference in perception from how I perceive romantic dynamics.
right.
And I don't think from the way that I perceive it comes. I think from the input that I give it, I don't receive the output of getting my heart broken.
Right.
I think I just don't even perceive it in that way.
Uh-huh.
And
I think that'll maybe come to you with time. Because
maybe. I'm a young guy.
As time goes by, the older you get, bro, the more like relativity you get.
What do you mean relativity?
Like we could go into like space science.
Is it space science now?
It's space science.
Initiating space-time podcast.
Like I don't know. I think the older you get, the more like you could really see how a calendar works, and like it's like, oh, that's in 3 months from now. 3 months feels like 3 weeks. But yeah, I think as you grow into the person that you'll eventually see yourself being. There's definitely going to be like a girl or, you know, whoever your significant other is. You'll definitely run into that person and was like, damn, that was a heavy chapter in my life, but I'm glad I went through it, and I'm glad we got to share the experiences that we shared because it was definitely like a special moment. But overall, you know, the romance is the dating scene. The dating scene in Tampa is robust. It's not as exciting as Miami, but like they say, you don't go to Miami to find love, you know. No shade towards Miami. It's just it's such a distracting place. Like it's really hard to stick to your values when there's so many things being thrown at you, you know. Temptation, an insane amount of temptation, and that temptation can turn into money even. So, you know, being a hot chick can get you extremely far. I've seen it to the point where it's like, you know, I'm like, babe, like the line is so long, and she's like, don't worry. She'll go up to the fucking bouncer, doesn't even know this person, you know, give her 2 seconds of time, and it's like, okay, boom, yeah, come on, babe, let's go, you know, skip the whole line. But I think that's just from like her being from Miami. Like you kind of just have to like know people to get to.
Do you think that's Miami culture, where it's a lot of you got faces, you got reputation,
Yeah.
you have like these very kind of like external things that take you very far.
I mean, we all know that being pretty or being handsome gets you into rooms that, you know, not many other people can get into. I think we're blessed too. I think we fit in that category pretty well. You know, you're a young buck. You still got a lot of time to develop to the man that you're gonna develop into. But you know, definitely the way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you smile, your body language, and all that good stuff. Confidence is a huge one. Definitely don't want to slacken the confidence.
I think the biggest tell on how people, or the biggest influence that plays on people's perception of who you are, from my experience, is 100% the way and how you speak.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's so immediate, because I'll meet, like, I'm a pretty talkative guy. I usually go around downstairs to Pete. I'm walking all the time. And I'll meet people who, you know, homeless people that want to just strike up a conversation while I'm walking. And can have an immediate change in my perception about them just in the way that they talk. If they talk in an intelligent manner and, you know, their vernacular is, you know, good. It's not like, complete change in how I perceive them. Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, just making sure.
The entire podcast.
That would be crazy. We're going an hour 30. That's pretty good, dude. Yeah, so love life is good, bro. You know, I'm not stressing it. You know, eventually, like how I accidentally fell in love back then, it's just gonna happen all over again. You know.
What type of girl do you think you're looking for right now?
Bro, I don't even like to like categorize who exactly I'm looking for. I mean, you definitely have to have like some kind of dominance. Like you can't, like I like a little bit of crazy to the point where it's like you're really possessive of who I am to you. That's attractive. That's definitely attractive to me. Like, you know, you see like other people eyeing, and it's like, yeah, I like that shit. That's always like a good trait to have, and that never gets old. You know what I'm saying? Like to really be yeah, is to be like, you know, just like I'm gonna seek after you, just like you're seeking after me. So it's kind of like a you know, a shared feeling. So I mean, I'm not stressing it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna yeah, do its thing to develop into a beautiful thing, and we'll have a couple kids and yeah, a couple babies, you know, get it maybe like an anchor of land, and you know, have a little Yeah. But I definitely want to be to the point where it's like I can completely take care of you to the fullest extent. You know.
want that more traditional.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a traditional guy. I'm old school. My parents are old, so I'm old school.
Like that, like, hey babe, you gonna take care of the house, mama.
I mean, I kind of hate like you can't stigmatize like what a man is supposed to do and what a girl is supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I think both partners should be well rounded in what their responsibilities are.
I mean, I love a girl who's got her own shit together.
I love a girl who can cook really well. That if you could do that, I'll definitely fall in love with you 10 times faster.
Food, baby. You got that food heart.
I got that food. Yeah, my heart is definitely in my stomach.
Can you cook?
I can cook. I can cook all right. I can't. I'm not extremely gifted. It's mostly like the ingredients that I want to seek after are just expensive as fuck. You know.
You want that truffle?
Yeah, I want that truffle. Crazy enough, I literally just got this steak seasoning that has truffle in it, and I got a steak back at the house sitting in the fridge, like ready to be cooked with that truffle seasoning on there. So I'll probably complement that with some good white rice and maybe some sliced potatoes and some asparagus or something like that. Like I can make you a plate, but it's not gonna be no, Ocean Prime Michelin star type food yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that really comes down to the equipment you have in your kitchen. Can you really,
I think it's skill based.
it's skill based for sure.
Definitely do need
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like Anthony Bourdain could cook some shit up with,
Anything.
any kind of. You could go through your
Was he known as a chef?
Anthony Bourdain. This man's showing his age right now. Like that's crazy. That's the thing, dude. That's another thing. Like, I don't know if I even want to get into this.
What?
The age gap in relationships to where it's like I'll make a joke or I'll make a reference to somebody and it's like it'll fly over this person's head. Like they have no clue who I'm talking about or like, oh, I heard the name, but I don't really know what he does. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're, like, let's say I'm 26, like, if you're dating anyone that's kind of like some girl that just turned 21,
There's gonna be a little bit of
I mean,
generation gap.
to me, one, that's weird. And two, just the age gap. Like, you've been going to the bar for practically, 5-6 years now.
Me?
No, I'm saying like the age gap. Like I'm 26 and you're dating some girl who's 21.
Okay.
So like you've been going to the bar for like 5 years now, partying, doing whatever. This person literally just started their drinking career. You know what I'm saying? Like they just started going out, staying up all night. I don't know. I've just noticed that stuff just doesn't work out for me. Like I kind of need to find someone who's like
Somebody same age.
somebody same age or definitely older than me.
Complete opposite for me, bro.
Yeah.
Did I tell you my first romantic kind of rendezvous?
This is the van when you had to go hitchhiking in the van, and she was like really, really old.
No.
No.
Well, I don't know where that's. Maybe I told you some random story. There's many, but I was 16. This was during the 6-month trip in Argentina. My mom sends me away. She's like, "You need to grow up." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "We're going to send you to Argentina. Are you ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." Super cocky. So I do 3.5 months in Argentina. I do the 3,600 miles hitchhiked all across Argentina. And then I go to Costa Rica, save up a ticket, save up enough for a ticket, go to Costa Rica. And then I'm volunteering at all these hostels. It's beautiful. Costa Rica's just incredible. And I meet this girl, the woman that I went to France for. And yeah, she was my first romantic experience.
How old was she?
Take a guess. I was 16 at the time.
Dude, she was 32.
No.
Older?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. 42?
No. Older.
Now we're getting to like a creepy stage.
No, dude.
50?
She's 45.
Oh, 45. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not too bad.
45, man. Stephanie, we are not on. We haven't been talking.
Shout out Stephanie.
Shout out. She raped me.
With consensual.
Consensual rape.
Shout out Stephanie.
Best rape of the life.
Close.
Oh no!
You might
Wait.
want to cut that part
We
out.
might wanna
That's crazy.
Now we're Joe Rogan experience now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Nah.
What are your other questions, dude? Like, what else you got? Because we've been going. We're trying
We're trying to go play pickleball. Well, let's end it here. How long we been talking? Hour 40. Yeah, I think it's a good place. Pretty much, yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's end it here. Let's go play some pickle.
Yeah?
Let's go have some fun.
All right,
Okay.
do like a closeout. You need to figure out like a closeout.
What do we think for closeout? Well, feedback.
Feedback?
Yeah, feedback.
Feedback, bro, definitely needs a tripod.
I do need a tripod.
You need to get your own mic. You need a tripod.
Multiple
your own
mics.
Mic. Yes, you need multiple mics.
There you go.
I mean,
Combo though. Feelings.
I do. I mean, we always have genuine conversations. Like, it's super easy to just shoot the shit, spill the beans, whatever. Yeah, maybe stick to that notepad a little bit more because, yeah, you're super good at just having conversation. But if you want to do like a podcast where it's like specific chapters of different things and maybe you can like chop up the video to be like, oh, this is where we talk about this. This is where we talk about this. But if it's just like a whole convo.
It's not like Joe Rogan style.
But Joe Rogan has talking points. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people that go on Joe Rogan, they're there for a reason. They have some kind of book coming out. They have some kind of new thing coming out. Or, most of the time, yeah, like it's some like well-established person. They had their whole career. But he has things that he wants to really like kind of zone in. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, do more research on the people.
I mean, there's not much research to find on me, but it's like have your talking points. Yeah, so equipment, talking points, location.
Definitely
Yeah.
the studio.
I mean, you don't have to. We could do this. There's cool ones. You could set up a table at the park and just talk to people. Yeah, have like some headphones and maybe like a real mic. That would be cool. That would be super cool. I see you doing that actually.
I have two more people I'm doing this week.
Mhm.
A girl named Natasha. She's a model.
Mhm.
And familiar. She's good friends of friends when I used to model.
Yeah.
And Louie, who's a dancer.
Louis. Okay.
So yeah, you're the fucking first.
Yeah. First podcast, bro. Hey, I appreciate this guy 100%, man. I can't wait to see where he goes in life, and definitely gonna be like a point of contact as I keep, developing into Mr. High Rise and try to keep this ball rolling, bro. Like there's so many more relationships to meet, and there's so much more money to make. Like it's only up from here, I feel like we're definitely both at a point where it's like we know where we've been and we don't want to go back there. So we want plane tickets to different places. So yeah, so 100%, and I enjoy this guy's energy. It's infectious. It's infectious, and the rest of the residents here at Reflections feel that too. So yeah, kudos to this guy. Yeah, maybe hit me up for episode 50 or something like that. That would be cool.
I wanna take a moment, shout out my boy Sid. Sid, yeah, from the get-go since I got here, super fun, super sick, down to earth, calm, and I think that's the energy which attracts people to him, which is, you're gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be relaxed. It's not. I think so many people are locked up in formalities, especially in conversations, and when you meet somebody that you can actually let go with, you're like, oh, I want to hang out with this guy, and I think you got that. You got a good way of letting people let loose by opening up the space for them to just be them. And again, dude, you're going to fucking smash it. I think you're already smashing it with where you are in the game, and you're just going to keep heading up. So for the first official podcast, super grateful to have you.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother.
Bro. Hey, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
We did that.
Let's go. Boom. That was fucking awesome.
That was good. It was a good podcast.
That was fucking